God, there are so many of you. Welcome to the show. Thank you very much, all of you, for being here. First of all, congratulations. This is an incredible honor for all of you, so congratulations. I want to ask you first, what got you into theater originally, and how long have you been doing it?
I don't know. Ever since I was little, I've always been a little bit dramatic, a little sassy. So I've always kind of had it in me, and then I realized when I was probably 10, I was going to audition for Matilda because I had the hair and I might as well. And so I did, and of course I didn't get it, but it was...
But you had the hair.
Yeah, obviously I had the hair.
That's an outrage.
Should have. But then I was like, well, why don't I keep going? So when I joined high school, I immediately went to the theater table at our annual club fair, and I said, well, I will sign up. And so I did, and I met lots of wonderful people, and now I'm doing it still.
That's amazing. And you are what year in school?
I'm a sophomore.
A sophomore, okay. Chris, what year are you? If you can pass the mic down, what year are you?
I'm a sophomore too.
You're a sophomore as well.
Yeah.
What are some of the benefits? If somebody at home who has never gone through theater, doesn't really understand the ins and outs of doing theater, what are some of the benefits to you personally as a high school student to being in a theater program?
It's just so powerful to like meet new people. Even with just this festival, like I've met so many new friends, even though we're competing. And I think it's really good for public speaking and just getting out there and making connections.
You won the state festival. This is the first time Hermon High School has won since 2010. Is that right?
Yes.
I know there was weather, there were issues. The whole thing just seemed like a crap show in terms of scheduling, not anything else. But the weather impacted so much, and you were announced as the winner. You had to watch it over Zoom. But what was that feeling like when you heard Hermon High School as the state champion?
I couldn't describe it as any more than magical. And me being a first year doing productions, I did our Shrek the Musical and now Antigone, and I couldn't have imagined just the amazing feeling and the amazing support system and all the amazing memories we got to make. This is family, and I couldn't imagine a better outcome.
That's awesome. You know, we've never won an Emmy. I don't know if you heard that. Not bitter about it or anything. If we can go back to Bella, the importance of arts in schools. We hear a lot about this talked about by adults, but from a student's perspective, how important is it to keep arts in schools for you?
I feel like it's so overlooked, but it widens your imagination and your creativity, which is something that's so important, especially in young kids, because nowadays we grow up with technology and there's so little going outside and just pretending. And now that we're growing up, we're getting something that kids nowadays won't. And I think without arts in school, that just wouldn't be possible.
Completely. Have you ever tried to teach grandparents Venmo?
No, but
Okay.
my sister has, and it's definitely not easy.
No, it's definitely not. And Chris, from your perspective, this is a competition. Of course, there's a lot to the arts that you take out of school that have nothing to do with competition, but the competition is exactly what you said. It brings so many people together. It's so vitally important, and it is, I would imagine, on the same level as any high school competition that happens in the state, correct? Athletics,
Yeah.
other arts, otherwise?
I think the fact that it's a competition is what drove us to put so much more energy in. I'm a very competitive person, and I don't love sports, but this is what gives me the outlet to kind of compete, but while doing something I really enjoy. And I think the fact it's a competition is so much better because we have our spring production, we have our fall production, and those are just casual, fun, but this really lets us kind of funnel that energy into something really powerful.
I've sort of buried the lead a little bit here, but you are under the masterful instruction of Miss Robinson, who not only shares a last name with the co-host of the show, but happens to be the co-host of the show. First of all, give us the dirt. We want the dirt on Miss Robinson. Whatever you can offer us, you won't get in trouble.
On camera.
Go ahead, I dare you.
Well, I remember when I joined the theater acting class. And just, she always provided like the greatest support, the greatest advice to always get us out of our comfort zones, but in the most positive way. Obviously, there's a little teasing. It wouldn't be any fun if there wasn't. But she always drove me to go further, and I'm sure many others could share the same experience. And just to always stick together as a family, like I mentioned, she always encouraged that. And we built amazing friendships, and I couldn't have imagined a better director, a better teacher, and honestly, a great friend.
I think we have a different definition of dirt. Christie, I'm sure you have so many emotions that run through you about this particular group. Tell us a little bit about that, but also the level of the difficulty in the production that they performed in winning this championship.
Sure. So it was over a year ago that I picked the play. And when I announced to these guys that we were going to be doing an adaptation of a Greek tragedy, they were like, what are you talking about? What are you going to make us do? I'm like, just drink the Kool-Aid, guys. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so great. And I know what these young artists are capable of, not being afraid to take risks and take big chances. And I am also a highly competitive person. So, you know, get out of our way is kind of how I'm like, let's go. But also, let's also have a really good time. So we deal with everything with a few laughs and the teasing and the humor. But there's also a lot of hard work. And without that hard work, this wouldn't have happened. And, you know, there were the best of times and there were the not so best of times. However, you have to get through all of those times to be successful. So not every road is easy, right? And this was not an easy road by any means, but it was such a joyous, rewarding time. Yeah.
The reward has got to be worth it. Hold that trophy up high and proud. This is your state champions for the Maine State Drama Festival, the Hermon High School One Act, everybody. We are coming right back with a very